Hello, and welcome to our webinar about AI and how Mac is the perfect tool for becoming a creative superhero when it comes to using generative AI to enhance your creativity. Today, we'll be looking at how AI is taking off as a tool to help you give your designs and creative work a real wow factor, as well as discussing how Mac is already AI ready and how the power of Mac is ideal for making the most of what generative AI has to offer in the creative workspace. I'm Luke Beckson, and I'm the Senior Product Manager here at Jigsaw 24. I'm being joined by some of my colleagues from Jigsaw 24's marketing and creative services teams to find out how they're using different generative AI programs and their Macs to add something extra to their campaigns.
I'm Laura Short, and I'm a marketing manager at Jigsaw 24. Generative AI is making really exciting things possible that weren't before, and Mac really is the best tool for making the most of what generative AI can do. Superheroes, like those we see in movies, often have a tool that gives them their superpowers. It could be a shield, a belt full of gadgets, or a special cloak. At Jigsaw 24, we like to think that our Macs are our special tools that give us our creative superpowers, using AI to take our designs and creative campaigns to the next level. Mac's already AI ready, with the power to handle huge amounts of data and run large programs smoothly. And it's the perfect tool to help you become a creative superhero for your own team and business.
There's so many AI tools out there with so many uses, such as ChatGPT for creating amazing social media captions or Copilot for helping us make the most of information from meetings and documents. But the hottest right now for designers is the integration of AI into Adobe Creative Cloud.
You're probably already well aware of Adobe Firefly, unless you've been on holiday to the moon. Let's take a look at a quick video showing an overview of its capabilities.
That's amazing. I love how this video shows how it's so easy to enhance an already great image and make it out of this world.
Absolutely, and it's worth mentioning that Adobe's Creative Cloud started life on a Mac, being created on Mac for use on Mac, long before it was available on any other platforms. It really goes to show that Mac is the perfect tool for getting the most out of Adobe's applications.
Companies are already using generative AI to take the marketing campaigns to the next level. These companies are creating memorable adverts that really grab your attention in new ways.
It's really important to note, though, that AI has to be used carefully to get these amazing results. AI isn't at a stage yet where you can type in any prompt and it will perfectly create something for you. Generative AI is best used to enhance something that a designer has already created, like the cherry on top of the cake. AI is wonderful for those finishing extras that add extra sparkle. So let's have a look at some campaigns where AI has been used to great effect, as well as some where it was a little wide of the mark. I like to call this section the good, the bad, and the ugly.
First, let's have a look at some campaigns that use generative AI really well. First up, we have one of the first campaigns to successfully use AI, Coca-Cola's Masterpiece campaign.
That's a great use of generative AI there, to create all those different artistic styles. And you instantly know it's a Coca-Cola ad because of the iconic shape of the bottle.
Yeah, 100%. Next, let's have a look at Heinz's take on using AI in their campaigns.
So this one is really, really clever. Heinz put the word ketchup into a generative AI tool and found that many of the outputs generated kept elements of the Heinz ketchup brand, be it the shape of the bottle or the label.
That one's really good. Love that one. Just goes to show how recognizable the Heinz brand is. Even AI recognizes it. So yeah, really good, that one.
Yeah. Okay, so finally, let's have a look at what Virgin Voyages did using AI. In 2023, they worked with none other than Jennifer Lopez to help their customers make their cruise even more memorable. They used AI to create Gen.ai, a tool which allowed customers to create personalized videos inviting friends and family members to join them on a Virgin Voyages cruise to celebrate things such as a birthday or an anniversary.
Hi, it's me, Jennifer Lopez, Chief Celebration Officer of Virgin Voyages, here to invite you to celebrate. So come,
Celebrate your anniversary, your birthday, or just generally being fabulous.
Really, Kyle?
It's good, right?
Gen AI is supposed to be inviting people to Virgin Voyages, not doing whatever that was. Just give me that. As I was saying,
Why not celebrate on
an
an
award-winning voyage
with Michelin-starred, chef-curated menus?
world-class destinations, award-winning.
Boring. I'll hop in there. I'll hop right in that suit.
So supple.
I can't watch this. Give it to me. There's no kids here. That's all you need to know.
No kids.
Oh, can I live there?
Gen AI. Invite your crew to voyage. Create your custom invite at virginvoyages.com.
It's not just a yacht, it's a super yacht.
I think you might struggle to say no to that one with J-Lo inviting you on a cruise. So I think definitely be saying yes to that one. The use of AI meant that there was infinite number of invite videos that could be creative. Definitely more cost effective than having the lady herself making thousands and thousands of videos, and also meant it could be more tailored to the individuals, so it resonates better with the audience.
So next, let's have a look where poor use of AI has created some rather scary results. So first up, we have Uber Eats, and where the use of AI to create images of food for menus hasn't really worked out very well.
AI-generated images on Uber Eats include things like cutlery that's badly warped, a very strange image that's supposed to be a slice of pizza. It's even created a name for a bottle of sauce called Lelnak, I believe it's pronounced. Definitely not the side of ranch dressing that was supposed to be. I don't think any of these pictures look particularly appetizing.
No. The next one you've probably heard about for all the wrong reasons. Willie's Chocolate Experience was an event held at Box Hub in Glasgow, and the event itself went viral for being nothing like it was advertised, simply being a warehouse with a few sparse props and really glooming looking Oompa Loompas. But it was advertised online using AI-generated images depicting a magical Candyland full of colourful confectionery and endless sweet treats, including this one, which is littered with terrible spelling mistakes.
There's definitely some bad spelling mistakes in there. Even I'd get some of those right. Finally, let's have a look at campaigns where the companies have poked fun at AI. We all know what generative AI doesn't always get it right. And these next campaigns have tapped into that to get a giggle from their audience.
So first up, we've got Kit Kat. and they ran these ads in Australia and New Zealand, suggesting that they'd let AI make these ads so they could have a break, just like their famous tagline suggests. The amusing videos and warped text poke fun at how bad AI can be, while referring to their famous tagline, "Have a break, have a Kit Kat."
AI made this ad so we could have a break.
I've been up here for hours. I could really use a break.
Someone hands them a Kit Kat bar. They take a bite. Suddenly all the trees around them start grooving to the beat. Have a break, have a Kit Kat.
Some of the faces on there are quite scary, particularly the one at the end that's still on there. But it's a very witty, memorable campaign from Kit Kat. Really clever from them. Finally, we have Instagram ad from KFC. They made fun of how generative AI sometimes has a habit of giving hands extra fingers. Incorporating their finger licking good tagline, the video makes the case that AI must know that the more fingers you have, the better it comes to eating KFC.
And that's a very funny use of AI, but also really rather scary. Now we're going to speak to some of my colleagues in our marketing and creative services teams about how they use AI on their Macs to become creative superheroes. Hi, guys.
Hiya.
Okay, do you guys want to introduce yourselves and tell us what you do?
Hi, I'm Lee Dalglish and I'm a graphic designer.
Hi, I'm Lina. I'm the creative services manager here at Jigsaw 24. So I kind of head up the copywriters and designers, make sure our brand's consistent, and yeah.
Hi, my name is Tawina and I am the marketing assistant. I day-to-day handle the team's social media accounts and just general web presence.
Brilliant, thanks guys. So just to kick things off, could you guys tell us what you're using within AI at the moment?
Well, at the minute I've been working with Adobe Firefly and Adobe Express on a couple of campaigns that are on the go at the minute. And then obviously there's hints of it within InDesign and Illustrator that I've been using ever so slightly in my day-to-day work.
Yeah, similar to Lee, we've all been kind of experimenting a bit with Firefly, lots of fun to play around with. But from a copywriting side, we've been using the AI tool in SEMrush that can kind of suggest keywords for SEO purposes, and obviously kind of ChatGPT. But I'm sure I'll pass that over to Tawina.
Yes, I think I probably use ChatGPT the most in the team. I use it mainly for copywriting, so I use a variety like ChatGPT or Copilot from Microsoft, occasionally Gemini from Google, but just trying to have different captions on the socials or whatever kind of copy that I'm doing, make it sound better than just normal words.
Brilliant. Okay, so a bit of a sort of a full-on one now. So are you guys embracing AI or are you still a bit tentative about it?
I guess I see myself as more of an observer when it comes to AI. I've sort of been watching how things have been going, what other people's opinions have been while using it. I am slightly nervous about it, but more so because I don't really fully understand what it can and can't do at the minute. It's very much a learning process. Where I've been using it within the campaigns, it's been me trying to find my footing and testing it and seeing what I can get it to do and whether or not that's helpful to me within the job that I'm doing. It's very much a kind of a helper tool rather than I'm not relying on it completely to do my job. It's more I just need something doing here or I need something amending there, and then seeing how that can work within the job that I'm doing.
Nice. Yeah, I think initially, it's kind of come rapidly in the past year. The developments have been mad, and initially we thought that it was a bit of a fad, but if you think back to things like Spotify and even Tesco club card statements, this kind of AI prediction stuff has been around for a while, so it is nothing new. I think as a team, we need to be hopping on that bandwagon because we don't want to get left behind. So we're not kind of forcing ourselves to use it, but we're just finding the right opportunity. There's like some amazing content creators out there who are like sharing tips and tricks. So it's inevitable that we're being exposed to that inspiration. But I think AI is also good as an inspiration point, as a starting point, but then it can also be used kind of when you've got that starting point and you want to refine it. So there's definitely different stages in your workflow when to use it, which is quite cool. But yeah, I'm very aware that we need to kind of look at the kind of housekeeping side of it as well. So we're working to build it into our brand guidelines, like how we use AI. I think we need to kind of set out those guidelines. So because that's going to be really important in the coming years, I think.
Yeah, I think I've probably like dived headfirst into AI. I just find it so fascinating. A bit scary as well. I feel like I have like the same like thoughts as many people, like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. But at the same time, seeing like what it does is just like, whoa, why wouldn't I using it? Yeah, and like what Lai said, there's different workflows for AI, so you can use it as a starting point, or like to tidy up your work. And I find that helps me a lot when I know what I want to say, but a lot of the times my mind goes blank. So I'll write down like the bare bones of what I want for like a social copy. And then that's where I use AI to just like flesh it out and make it like a magical thing, I guess. But yeah, I think I used it every day now. Yeah, it's just exciting to see where it's going because it's just changing every single day and only getting better and better. Yeah.
Brilliant. That's really interesting to hear, guys. So it's sort of a bit of a slightly different one now for you. But how do you reckon that as creative professionals you can maintain a human touch in your work while still using AI to make sure that you're more efficient and innovative?
I think number one, proof your work. Like all the Americanisms, like certain like capitalization in headers, massive giveaway. Like this isn't a tool where you kind of run it through the system and then make it live. Like you need to kind of be checking over everything. Become wise to comment emojis or phrases, like that little rocket emoji at the end of every header on social. I think, you know, because everyone's doing it, it's when it almost like everything's becoming the same in a weird way. So I think it's really important, and when using AI, that you're using your time wisely. You're spending time testing out those prompts. Like the more you give it with the kind of reference imagery in Firefly, that's kind of making it have a more unique result because you've added that human touch in it. So I think the more you kind of put into it, the more you're going to get out of it from a kind of individuality point of view.
Yeah, I kind of feel like with Firefly and things like that, you like if you want to maintain the human kind of touch to your work as a graphic designer, I don't want to rely on it too much. I don't want it to be a crutch. I want it to be just something there that, you know, if there's a job that it's not it's time consuming more than like the technicality side of things, and you just think, well, I'll run it through AI and get that part of it done and like carry on with my main bulk of work. And with artwork, for me, it's very much you are your artwork and you are what you create, and I wouldn't want to lose like kind of like that personality within art itself. Like AI can create some amazing things, and I've seen like the results that you can get on Firefly when you're putting in the text prompts and everything, and it's fantastic. But I think for me, it's always about it's the heart that goes into it, and the life and the work. And so from a design point of view, I wouldn't want to rely too heavily on it. Like, use it fine for bits and pieces and everything else, but for me, like, just still be very hands-on with what you're creating.
Yeah, I think like kind of reiterating what Lai and Lee said, it's just not solely reliant on AI. Because I think I read something the other day of just how AI works on what we give it. So like Lee said, it's everything that humans have created, that's what AI uses. So we have to create more things for AI to then build on it. It won't create something that's unheard of. It's always just going to use other people's like reference points and what is out there on the internet. So without us having our own creativity, AI is just going to regurgitate the same thing. It's good when you want to like have a similar idea to other people and just like go on trends, but for the most part, you need to create something new first, and then that's when you use AI to build on it. So just don't rely on it all the time. It's a great tool, but you can't just expect it to do your whole job for you because it can't. It's impossible, at least for now.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant. Thank you. And then I think this one's quite a biggie in quite a lot of industries at the moment, but very much so in the creative industry. So, are you concerned that AI is going to take your job?
Yes. No. No. Yeah, people always say that like AI is going to take all our jobs, but I think there's just AI is such a broad term. It's artificial intelligence. Like there's so much that goes into it, and there's different aspects of it that helps other jobs. And yes, we've seen that like it is taking a large part of like the workload off people, but it's not taking their jobs. It's just helping them do their jobs easier. For like my job, I want to say I'm safe. I don't think so because a lot of like social media is going off like the trends of what people are doing, like what people are saying. It's down to the people, and then AI is able to help on like I don't know, just automating like posts when you want to like hop on trends or if you want to just flesh out ideas a bit broader. But at the end of the day, it all starts from what I decide to post. If I want to post about something, if I want to follow campaign ideas and trends. So I don't think AI can do that. It can help, but it's not going to completely take over. That's my thoughts on it. I don't know about you guys.
I'd be lying if I said it hadn't entered my head. I think because, it's the unknown, and people don't like change, and people don't like things they don't understand. And so there's always this natural fear and worry about things that they don't really fully understand properly. But I think that realistically, with AI, as you say, it can't create things itself as such. It always needs a reference point. It needs a command. It's not a human being. Even if it's creating like part or all of your content, you've still got to have, sorry, someone look over it and amend things and make changes and make sure that it's going in the direction that you would want it to go in. So there's still very much going to be a human side to whatever you're creating with it.
Yeah, I think for me at this stage, no. On the face of it, it seems like if AI can do things quicker, you can cut down your team resources to save money. But then it comes down to the quality. I mean, much like clothing styles coming in and out of fashion, I can definitely see us being overexposed to AI generated content. Like we said before, like it can become quite bland and sameish. So if you're working for kind of stuff for like SEO and it's drumming out the same stuff for everyone else, then you're not actually doing a great job of the SEO. So I think it's seeing people kind of revolt and returning to focus on the value of the crafting process as well. So I know a lot of kind of illustrators and stuff that they're kind of really against it, but I think it's it's like the value of a painting versus photography. Like taking pictures is so easy now, like our camera reels are like thousands and thousands, but like are we kind of looking back and like actually appreciating each photo compared to if we've got like a painting on the wall, like is it the same amount of appreciation? So I'm seeing a lot of kind of people on Instagram like moving back to those old traditional printing presses, or like painstakingly painting, kind of recreating paintings. I've seen ones where they're like wrapped in bubble wrap or cling film, but like this guy's painted it, and it's like almost that trying to get that realism by human is almost that revolt, which I think is quite exciting. And at the end of the day, I think it's like the hints of the imperfections that make us and our work human. And I think people seek that. It's like, it's kind of like if you look at what's the symmetry, like if a person has perfect symmetry in their face, they just look weird because it's just not normal. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much, guys. That's really interesting. Great to get your take on it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye.
So, Luke, Apple made some really exciting announcements back at WWDC in June, which was titled Absolutely Incredible. I watched it with interest, but what do the announcements mean for designers and members of creative teams?
Yeah, so WWDC was packed full of AI-related announcements, enhancements to Apple's AI assistant, Siri, that will use AI to help professionals in their day-to-day lives, from support, finding information in emails, through to help finding just the right emoji for the situation. I think that Siri will become an indispensable tool that will help in so many situations. In addition, the announcements of the new OS, Sequoia, will help Mac at the cutting edge of workspace technology.
Thanks, Luke. It's really great to see that Apple is making steps forwards with AI. In fact, their latest Macs are all AI ready and are going to run AI programs with no problems at all. So I know that our creative services manager, Liana, has some questions for you about the different range of Macs.
Yeah, so let's talk a bit about commonly used AI programs and the Mac range. So within the creative industry, there's lots of applications for AI, from enhancing copy to creating really heavy data uses such as 3D modeling, and there's a Mac for all of them, isn't there?
Yeah, there definitely is. There's a Mac for everyone, from sleek, lightweight MacBook Air through to the super powerful Mac Pro.
Cool. So let's look at which models would work really well for different creative workflows. So if we start off on what I'd say like a kind of lighter workflow, for example, say I'm a social media manager who needs to write engaging copy for social posts, as well as using Photoshop with Firefly to create eye-catching images, all whilst being like on the go. Which Mac would work for that?
Yeah, so you can pretty much use any Mac range from the range for that. But the MacBook Air is lightweight. It's got a great screen. Power would be brilliant for a social media manager. So the MacBook Air will run Adobe Photoshop easily. Its power means using generative AI is quick and simple, while it's lightweight and portability make it ideal for someone who's always on the go. As with all Macs, it's also interoperable with iPhone and iPad, so it's great for working on the move too. So really like the best of both worlds. Within that role, I think they can kind of pick and choose, but I think I'd probably opt for that one with what they need.
So let's bump that up a level. So what if I'm an illustrator or graphic designer and I need a Mac that's going to give great performance whilst rendering graphics really easily?
Yeah, so in this situation, I think the iMac springs to mind here. It's great all-in-one computer, fantastic Retina display, amazing graphic performance, and more than enough memory and storage for those larger files that they're going to be using. The iMac is also great. It's a lovely piece of kit with a choice of 7 colors. It's super sleek, vibrant, as well as powerful enough to run the graphic programs that they're going to need. with up to 24 gig of RAM and 512 gig of storage. I think it's absolutely spot on.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds pretty robust. So let's bump it right up now. So what about if I'm a video editor, I need lots of power, really fast processing speed for all that kind of video rendering?
Yeah, I think the Mac Studio is an absolutely perfect choice for that, really. It's powered by Apple's M2 Max chip, 12-core CPU and 38-core GPU, as well as 64 gigs of RAM and up to 512 gigs of storage. So it also supports up to 8 displays. So, I don't think anyone's going to need more than that. I could be wrong, but I think that's plenty for the type of person you're talking about. So you can work on different screens at the same time, huge range of different ports, including Thunderbolt 4, 10 gigabytes Ethernet, USB-A, USB-C, SD card slot. You can just keep going here, especially with peripherals as well as supporting higher bandwidth HDMI connections, Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.3. So I think I could probably just keep listing specs, but it's, in a nutshell, it's a brilliant computer. It'll handle even the biggest video files really smoothly. So yeah, absolutely spot on and perfect for those people.
Cool. Thanks, Luke. I mean, we've only highlighted a few examples here, but I mean, the whole Mac range sounds perfect for anyone in the creative industry. There's basically a Mac for everyone and every workflow. And they're all ready to handle whatever AI throws at them. So they are AI ready. I think even as AI becomes more and more advanced, like making sure that you've got that robust hardware that you can rely on, like however where it's going to advance, like it kind of puts you in good stead. So yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, thank you. And I think they've been AI ready for some time as well now. So with the M chips series, so yeah, I think thank you for that. It's also worth mentioning that on the Jigsaw 24 website, where we have a configurator to find out what Mac might be the best one for you. So simply put in the most commonly used software, a few details, and how you prefer to work, and the tool will then give you all the details about the Mac for you, as well as giving you all of the technical specs to help you make your decision. If you're still not sure, just get in touch with them. We've got a team of Apple experts here, and they'll help you find the perfect Mac for you. And then you can get in touch to talk by phone, filling in the inquiry form, live chat, website, whichever way you want to work and get in touch with us. We're here to help and help you decide on the best Mac that's going to suit you and your requirements.
So thanks for joining us today. As you've seen, Mac is the perfect tool for making the most out of generative AI. For more information, visit our website and we'll be really happy to help you choose the perfect Mac to become a creative superhero. So a bit of a wrap up from today, some top tips. So embrace AI, don't get left behind. Don't use it as a crutch though. Don't ask it to do everything. Use it as a tool to help you in your workflows. Spend time learning how to get the best out of each tool, and writing those prompts can be half the battle. And finally, ensure that you're future-proofing your workflow with hardware that can enhance your creative superpower, like one of the Mac range. If you'd like more information on Mac and AI, head over to our webpage to build your creative superpower. Keep checking out the insights and resources section of our website for future events and articles on the subject, and more. If you've got any questions about Mac, Adobe, or your creative workflows, get in touch on the details shown here. And also, let us know what you'd like us to talk about next. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.